morning, and thanks for choosing Fox 10 News on this Sunday morning. Today is May 16th. Happy Sunday. I am Gianni Navarro. And as you folks may have noticed, it's a bit chilly outside, Matt, but we should be warming up soon. Is that right?
Yeah, it's cool out there this morning. Crisp, as I like to call it, when morning temperatures are like this. And like I was saying yesterday, enjoy it because, you know, it's just not going to last too much longer. We're moving our way through May. We know what's going to happen here very soon along the Gulf Coast. We get into our summertime heat and humidity, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts. So we can hold it off another day, can't we? So 56 right now in Evergreen. Crestview got 53. Zooming on down to Mobile County, got 62 out at the airport, 58 in Fairhope, 58 as well in Foley, 61 in Lillian. So just absolutely fantastic this morning. We're going to have a few more clouds around today than we had yesterday. That's about the only real difference. Instead of full-on sun all day, we'll have partly cloudy skies in and out throughout much of the day. You'll see that here on the Futurecast. So some clouds strolling on by, but beyond that, nothing else. No worries about any rain for your Sunday. So it's going to be a pretty day. Temperatures should get in the low 80s this afternoon, so it's a warm day after this coolish kind of start, right around 80 degrees there by lunchtime. So just absolutely fantastic here really throughout the day. So another top headline that is awesome, warm and pleasant for today. Tomorrow, guess what? We get to do it again. More of the same here for us on Monday. And then looking ahead, isolated showers, that's about all we have on the board for next week. I'll talk about that, explain why the rain chances have come down so much. And as we look ahead into next week, we'll check all that out in a few minutes.
Turning now to the fight against COVID. A look at the latest numbers for Alabama, more than 539,000 cases and over 11,000 deaths. As the vaccine rollout continues, so far more than 2.7 million doses have been administered. And in an effort to get the shot to more people, the Mobile County Health Department had volunteers on hand yesterday at downtown's Nova Espresso, where they were offering the Pfizer vaccine.
We have seen that we've had a lot more positive reaction, a lot more numbers once we've stepped outside of our typical clinic settings when we come out to the community, when we bring it to different parts of the county, just because we're in their neighborhood, we're in their comfort zone.
And they'll be holding a clinic today for the Moderna vaccine from 2 to 4 p.m. at the downtown Mobile Alliance on Dauphin Street. And the Archdiocese of Mobile is preparing to lift all current COVID regulations on Catholic churches across South Alabama. It's all thanks to the latest guidance by the CDC, which loosened restrictions for vaccinated people. Now, Archbishop Thomas J. Rohde addressing priests of the Archdiocese of Mobile in a letter, writing that social distancing and mandatory mask wearing will end on May 29th. He also said on that date, the obligation to attend Mass for Catholics across South Alabama will be reinstated. Father John Lines of Little Flower Catholic Church believes vaccines have given people confidence and is a key part to why the restrictions are being lifted. Archbishop Rohde says church leaders should use good judgment and may continue regulations if they believe it is necessary. And millions of Americans are enjoying their first full weekend with loosened COVID restrictions in over a year. But there is confusion and concern. Some think the decision to lift or end mask mandates in many states is too soon. Polo Sandoval has the latest.
Several state governors and big retailers signaled a return to normal on Friday in the U.S. A day after the CDC said it is safe for fully vaccinated people to remove their face masks in most settings.
People who feel that, which they should now based on the data, that it is safe for them not only outdoors but indoors, they should feel comfortable in not wearing a mask.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced Friday the state, which recently battled a surge in coronavirus cases, will lift its mask requirement for fully vaccinated people effective this morning. Several states have already taken that step. Maryland, Minnesota, New Mexico, Vermont, and Virginia ended their mask mandates yesterday. That's after the CDC on Thursday changed its mask guidelines and said fully vaccinated people no longer need to keep their distance from others outside their household. Several national retailers followed suit. Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, and Trader Joe's announced Friday that they are no longer required to wear masks in some of their stores. And public supermarkets announced that starting today, fully vaccinated customers will not be required to wear face masks in their stores. Starbucks will make facial coverings optional for vaccinated customers starting on Monday. The company announced late on Friday in a post to their website. The CDC trying to make things less confusing with this new list of mask guidelines. There's at least one group still scrambling for answers: parents of kids younger than 12. Children and educators should expect to return to school in person and full-time in the fall. That's according to CDC Director Rochelle Walensky. But children who are not yet vaccinated against COVID-19 will still need to wear masks in the classroom this fall, said Dr. Anthony Fauci on Friday.
What hasn't changed is what's going on for the unvaccinated group. And if the unvaccinated group are the elementary school children, nothing has really changed for them. I think that's the thing we need to clarify.
Now the question is, when should people who are vaccinated wear masks? Well, the CDC requires that people wear masks in planes, trains, and other public transportation, regardless of vaccination status. And 3 Florida theme parks loosen mask mandates for fully vaccinated patrons. Disney World and Universal won't require masks in most outdoor areas. Both Universal and Disney will still require masks on rides and ride lines, indoor areas like restaurants, at attractions, and on transportation. SeaWorld says fully vaccinated guests will not have to wear masks at the park, and they don't need to prove they were vaccinated, but masks still need to be worn at Disney Cove area. And Mobile police trying to solve the city's latest homicide. Police responding to the 1900 block of Brill Road for a report of one gunshot. Now, according to investigators, they found a male victim shot multiple times and pronounced him dead on the scene. Now, investigators have yet to identify the victim nor say if anyone is in custody. Now, anyone with information is urged to call MPD, and remember, callers can remain anonymous. And Mobile police also looking for your assistance in another homicide investigation. Police say 26-year-old Jerry Pritchett was shot to death on Baltimore Street Thursday night. If you have any information that could help, give MPD a call. And a Shalimar man jailed on murder charges after deputies say he stabbed his wife to death. Now, Okaloosa County Sheriff's deputies say they found 51-year-old Randall Ebbighausen in his garage, covered with blood when they arrived on the scene at the couple's home. Investigators say a kitchen knife was located nearby and his wife found dead inside. According to a family member, the couple was planning to get a divorce. And still on the run this morning, the other half of the mother and son duo accused in a knife and machete attack. Take a real good look. If you've seen 22-year-old Jalen Williams, Daphne police want to hear from you. Police have been trying to locate him since last Saturday night after investigators say he and his mother, 36-year-old Tamikia Williams, held a man against his will in their home and stabbed him several times when he tried to escape. Tamikia Williams is free on bond after turning herself in Friday. Again, if you know the whereabouts of Jalen Williams, you're asked to call Daphne police. Meanwhile, the victim managed to get away and continues to recover after being released from the hospital. And a fatal, tragic accident claiming the life of an Irvington woman Friday afternoon. Police have identified the victim as 40-year-old LaDonna K. Douglas. They say she was driving on Alabama Highway 193 about 9 miles south of Mobile when her car veered off the roadway and struck a tree. Police pronounced her dead on the scene and say they'll continue to investigate. And Arizona firefighters rescued nearly 24 people stuck on a roller coaster. They were on the Desert Storm ride at Castles and Coasters yesterday when the cars got stalled about 20 feet in the air. Firefighters used ladders and harnesses to get all 22 people down safely.
Complex system. We want to make sure that each patient is what they used was a cinch collar and a pick-off harness to make sure that each patient is lowered safely. It's a backup system, kind of a contingency plan, and they did do it one by one.
It's on the edge, tilting, like on the edge, like there's nothing underneath me. Like
what happened? What happened right before you stopped?
Right before we stopped?
Yeah, it just stopped.
Yeah, so we were on the ride and it was going forward, but it started going backwards, and then it kept on going back until like it stopped immediately. And so we're just leaning.
So what did the fire department tell you while you were up there?
they told me, they said, we're gonna have to lift you up a little bit so we could get you over the ladder and down.
Now, luckily, no injuries were reported. The amusement park has been around since 1976.